Change happens when you decide that your old self is no longer enough. Your future self is waiting for you to take that first step today. You are only 21 days away from a version of you that feels stronger, more confident, and completely transformed. The decision to start is the difference between who you are and who you want to be. Every day is a chance to rewrite your story. In 3 weeks, you can build habits that change your body, mind, and life forever. Today, we will talk about how to become unrecognizable in 21 days. We will focus on building habits that transform your confidence, energy, and mindset. These changes are simple but powerful when done with consistency. You will learn the steps that help you grow into a version of yourself that feels unstoppable. If you're ready to change everything and become the person you always wanted to be, then let's dive in. Number 1. Wake up at 5 a.m. every single morning. Most people live their lives reacting. They get up just in time to throw some clothes on, maybe grab a bite, rush to work, and spend the day in a state of constant catching up. That's not living with purpose. That's survival. You ask someone how they're doing and they say, just trying to get through the day. And they mean it. They're not chasing anything. They're just avoiding the next failure. And a big part of that problem starts right when they wake up. Too late, too sluggish, already behind. That moment you open your eyes is one of the most powerful choices you get every day. Either you begin with power or you begin with pressure. That's why the first change in becoming unrecognizable in 21 days is this: wake up at 5 a.m. every day. No excuses. No, I'll start next week. You start now. Waking up at 5 a.m. isn't about the time on the clock. It's about the message it sends. It tells your body, your mind, and your future that you're not going to be like everyone else. You're not living by default anymore. You're choosing to live by design. At 5 a.m., the world is still quiet. No one's calling, texting, or needing you. There's no chaos yet. That silence gives you control. That's your edge. That's when winners build themselves. It's when you build discipline that nobody sees. And that's the kind that matters most. When you can do what's hard before the sun even comes up, life starts to bend in your favor. You begin your day with something powerful. A win. And that win carries into everything else you do. Now I know what you're thinking. But I'm not a morning person. You think the world waits for your preferences? Success doesn't care about your comfort zone. You've trained your body to sleep in. That's all it is, training. And you can retrain it the same way. Will it be hard at first? Absolutely. Your body will fight back. Your eyes will burn. Your mind will whisper, go back to bed, just today. But that's where the change begins. When you ignore that voice and move anyway. The strength is built in that first step, when it's uncomfortable and inconvenient, and you do it anyway. The first few days will be tough. You'll feel groggy. Maybe you'll even hate it. But if you push through that wall just like any habit, it starts to shift. Your energy starts to rise earlier. Your clarity sharpens. You begin to notice how much more time you have when you claim those early hours for yourself. And then something incredible happens. You stop chasing time and start owning it. You're no longer playing catch-up. You're leading. You're ahead. And people will start asking, how do you do it? They won't see the early mornings. They'll just see the results. But you'll know where it started, with the decision to rise before the world does. You see, waking up early forces you to face yourself. No noise, no distractions. Just you, your thoughts, and your will. And when you wake up with intention, you stop dragging the past into the present. You start fresh. That's the part most people miss. They wake up buried in yesterday's mess. You're rising with purpose. You're starting clean. You're deciding, this day belongs to me. I will not be a slave to bad habits anymore. That kind of ownership bleeds into everything. And it starts by putting your feet on the floor while everyone else is still dreaming about it. Let's get specific. What do you do at 5 a.m.? You don't roll over and scroll your phone. You don't waste it. That hour is sacred. You sit up. You take a deep breath. You make your bed, yes, even that, because small order leads to big discipline. You drink a tall glass of water to get your body moving. You stretch or go for a walk. Maybe you write down what you're grateful for. Or better yet, you start thinking, really thinking about who you want to become. Not what people expect from you. Not what others told you you're allowed to be. Who you want to become. You start visualizing it like it's already happening. You begin shaping your thoughts toward growth and power. All that before most people hit the snooze button for the third time. When you keep your promise to get up early, it builds self-respect. You stop breaking deals with yourself. That's not just a productivity shift. That's a personal revolution. When you say you'll do something and follow through, especially when it's hard, you start to see yourself differently. You begin to trust yourself. That trust changes your identity. Suddenly, you're not someone who wishes anymore. You're someone who acts, someone who decides, someone who leads. And that is exactly the kind of person who becomes unrecognizable in 21 days. You'll also start to notice the peace of the morning. There's something special about being awake while the rest of the world sleeps. The stillness becomes strength. It's not noisy. It's not loud. You hear your own thoughts. You hear your own heartbeat, and you begin to reconnect with the part of yourself that wants more, that believes more, that's ready for more. That space gives you room to dream again, and not the kind of dreams you have while sleeping. The kind you build with your eyes wide open. Consistency is what separates the serious from the wishful. Don't wake up at 5 a.m. once or twice and expect miracles. It's about doing it every day, especially when you don't feel like it. That's when transformation is being built. Every day you do it, you're not just waking up early. You're waking up a different part of yourself. A part that's disciplined. A part that's focused. A part that's done with being average. You give that part of you life, breath, and momentum, and soon it takes over. This isn't about impressing anyone. It's not for the world. It's for you. Your life changes when you change the way you approach each day. The decision to wake up early is the first real stand you take against the old version of you. It's the first punch thrown against laziness, against doubt, against the idea that you're not meant for more. That choice alone begins to separate you, and over time you look in the mirror and you don't even recognize who you used to be. That's the power of one change, done with consistency and purpose. You change the morning, and the morning changes you. Wake up with power. Wake up with intention. Wake up with fire. That's where it begins. That's how you become unrecognizable. Number 2, take a cold shower to shock your system awake. Most people want change, but they don't want discomfort. They talk about goals, dreams, becoming someone new, but the moment things get uncomfortable, they run back to what feels safe. That's why so many people stay stuck. They want growth without pain, progress without challenge. But the truth is this: becoming unrecognizable means doing what most people won't do. And that starts by putting yourself in controlled discomfort every day. Taking a cold shower isn't about feeling refreshed. It's about learning how to face discomfort head-on and not run from it. It's about commanding your body, not letting it dictate how you feel. It's a daily decision that says, I run my life, not my fears, not my cravings, not my comfort. When you stand in front of that cold water in the morning, everything inside you will scream, don't do it. Your body will tense up. Your mind will come up with every excuse. It'll say, just this once, or it's not a big deal. And that's the exact moment you train yourself to stop listening to weakness. Because life won't wait for your comfort. Opportunities won't pause for your hesitation. That cold water is more than just water. It's a mirror. It shows you exactly how you respond when pressure shows up. Do you freeze? Do you panic? Or do you breathe, step forward, and stay strong? You want to wake your system up? Cold water does that instantly. It jolts you out of sleep mode. It pulls you straight into the present. You can't fake your way through it. You can't halfway do it. It's either in or out. That sharp blast of cold builds a kind of mental toughness that coffee or motivation videos can't give you. It's physical, it's emotional, it's psychological. You come out of that shower with your blood moving, your mind sharp, and your body ready. You don't just wake up, you show up. You step out of that water, and you're not the same person who stepped in. You've already conquered something hard, and the day hasn't even started yet. This habit builds more than discipline, it builds control. Every time you step into that cold, you're taking power back. You're proving to yourself that you're stronger than temporary discomfort, and that proof compounds. It carries over into your work, your choices, your habits. You start approaching tough situations with calm instead of panic. You don't get rattled so easily. Your tolerance for discomfort goes up. And when your tolerance for discomfort goes up, your capacity for growth explodes. Because now you're not avoiding hard things. You're walking toward them. You're also training your nervous system. That cold shock stimulates your circulation, your heart rate, your focus. It pulls you out of autopilot. It helps reduce inflammation. It wakes up every nerve in your body. But more importantly, it sends a message from your body to your brain that says, I can handle more than I think. And that message, repeated daily, rewires how you see yourself. Most people don't understand how often they avoid things just because they're uncomfortable. They avoid difficult conversations. They avoid workouts. They avoid risk. And it starts with the way they avoid discomfort in small ways, like skipping that cold shower. In this journey of becoming unrecognizable, you must constantly prove to yourself that you are not controlled by ease. The cold shower is your daily test. It's not glamorous. It's not fun, but it works. When you make that your standard, to do the uncomfortable thing first thing in the morning, the rest of your day starts to feel easier. That job task that used to overwhelm you doesn't shake you. That workout that felt impossible, now it's just part of the plan. That person who tried to push your buttons doesn't get the same reaction anymore. You're calmer, you're more centered, because you've trained your system, starting with something as simple and powerful as that cold stream of water. It's not just about the physical change either. Emotionally, you begin to carry yourself differently. There's a quiet confidence that comes from doing hard things consistently. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. You're proving it to yourself every single day. And people can sense that. You've earned it. And no one can take that from you because you did the uncomfortable thing when no one was watching. You got in the cold water while others chose the warm comfort of staying the same. Most people are asleep long after they get out of bed. But when you take that cold shower, your senses come alive. Your body tightens. Your breath shortens. You learn to stay calm even when your instincts say panic. That skill, staying calm under pressure, becomes a superpower. In business, in relationships, in your personal goals, that calm wins. Because where others get overwhelmed, you stay grounded. You've trained it? Not once, not twice. Every single morning. This isn't about being extreme. It's about being intentional. You're not doing this because it's trendy or to post about it online. You're doing this because every decision you make in private creates who you are in public. And you want to build a person who doesn't flinch, who doesn't quit, who doesn't crumble when things get uncomfortable. Cold showers are a small doorway to that version of yourself. Step through it every day, and you'll start noticing that the same strength you built in the shower shows up everywhere else. It also sharpens your mental clarity. That sudden cold hits your system, and it forces your focus. Your breathing adjusts. Your awareness heightens. You can't think about your worries or your doubts in that moment. All you can do is be fully present. That's rare today. We're so distracted, pulled in 100 directions. But cold water brings you back. It centers you. It grounds you. And over time, that habit of presence becomes a new way of thinking. You stop reacting to life. You start responding with purpose. You're also teaching yourself that you don't need external motivation. You don't need music blasting. You don't need someone cheering you on. You just need to act. Motivation follows action, not the other way around. That's what the cold shower reminds you of. You're building that trigger inside yourself, that internal switch that says, I go, even when it's uncomfortable. And that mindset, that resilience, becomes part of you. It bleeds into your decisions. It strengthens your habits. It helps you keep going when motivation runs out. You want to become unrecognizable? Then stop chasing easy. Stop chasing what feels good right now. Start doing what builds you, but it will change you. It's uncomfortable, yes, but it's simple. And it's something you can do starting today. No fancy tools, no apps, just the decision to step into something hard and come out stronger. Do it every day. Not once, not when it's convenient, every single day. The moment you hit that switch and feel that first blast, that's your reminder. You are not here to stay the same. You are not here to play small. You're here to grow, to rise, to push limits. And it starts right there. One uncomfortable decision at a time. Number 3, follow a strict no sugar, no junk food diet. Most people don't realize how much damage they do to themselves every single day just through what they put in their mouth. They'll spend hundreds of dollars on supplements, buy gym memberships, listen to podcasts about self-improvement, and then turn around and fill their bodies with sugar, processed garbage, and empty calories. They want to change how they look, how they feel, how they live, but they're unwilling to give up the very thing that's destroying them from the inside out. And the truth is, you cannot become unrecognizable in 21 days if you keep eating like the old version of you. Food isn't just fuel, it's a vote. Every bite is either casting a vote for the person you want to become or dragging you back to who you used to be. When you remove sugar and junk food from your life, you're not just improving your diet, you're reclaiming control. Junk food is engineered to hijack your brain, to light up reward centers and trap you in cycles of craving. It's not a weakness to be addicted to it, it's by design. But that's no excuse, because the moment you recognize it, you now have a responsibility to stop feeding it. You can't talk about leveling up your life and keep putting poison in your system. You can't talk about clarity, focus, energy, and then live on snacks and soft drinks. The truth will always show. You either have standards or you have stories. And stories don't burn fat. Stories don't build discipline. Most people think cutting sugar just means skipping dessert. But sugar hides in everything. Sauces, dressings, drinks, snacks. It's everywhere. That's why you need to become intentional. You need to read labels. You need to know what's going in your body. Because your energy, your mood, your mental sharpness, they're all directly affected by what you eat. If you wake up foggy, crash midday, or feel tired even after sleeping, there's a good chance your nutrition is at the root of it. You can't perform like a machine if you're feeding yourself like a landfill. And the junk food, chips, candy, pastries, fast food, it's not just bad for your waistline. It clouds your thinking. It slows your reflexes. It weakens your immune system. It dulls your drive. You start feeling lazy and unmotivated, not because you lack ambition, but because your body is too busy fighting off the junk you just ate. Your body is intelligent, but if you overload it with toxins every day, don't expect it to give you excellence in return. You'll get fatigue, bloating, poor sleep, and frustration. And worst of all, you'll blame yourself, when in reality, your food choices were pulling the strings. This isn't about perfection. It's about priorities. When you follow a strict no sugar, no junk food diet, you're not just improving your physical health, you're teaching yourself how to delay gratification. You're building the ability to say no, to wait, to resist what feels good in the moment for what feels right in the long run. And that ability will translate into every area of your life. It's never just about food. It's about how you train your willpower. It's about whether or not you allow cravings to run your day. You are either feeding your goals or feeding your habits. But you can't do both. The first few days will be hard. Your body will crave sugar like it's oxygen. Your mood might shift. You may feel irritated, even angry. That's withdrawal. It's your body detoxing from chemicals it's been flooded with for years. Stay with it. Hydrate, eat clean, eat whole, and watch what happens. Around day 3 or 4, your mind will start clearing. You'll feel more focused. You'll sleep deeper. Your skin will improve. Your energy won't crash in the afternoon anymore. You'll move through your day lighter, sharper, more grounded. That's not magic. That's your body thanking you for finally treating it with respect. And here's the most important part. Once you start seeing the benefits, you'll start to feel pride. Not the kind of shallow pride from looking in the mirror. A deeper one. The kind that comes from keeping promises to yourself. You'll realize that you're capable of more than you thought. That you don't need junk to feel good. That you don't need sugar to feel satisfied. That real energy, clean, stable, powerful energy, comes from eating food that was made by nature, not manufactured in a lab. You'll stop craving the quick highs. You'll start craving stability, performance, progress. You'll also save time and money. Think about how much you spend grabbing snacks, ordering takeout, picking up sugary drinks without thinking. It adds up. It steals from your wallet, your time, and your goals. But when you plan your meals, when you eat with intention, you don't just get healthier, you take your time back. You eliminate decision fatigue. You stop being reactive. You start being strategic. That shift, from reacting to planning, changes how you run your entire life. Food is just the first battlefield. Your relationships change too. When you feel better, you show up better. You listen better. You handle stress more calmly. You stop snapping at people because your blood sugar dropped. You stop hiding because you feel bloated or tired. You show up. You lead. You radiate strength. That's what happens when your body is running clean. You're not just eating differently, you're living differently. People will notice. They won't know what changed, but they'll feel it. You'll look clearer, more alive, and that energy becomes contagious. Let's be real. No one becomes powerful by accident. No one becomes elite while eating like everyone else. If you want to become unrecognizable, you have to make uncommon choices. That includes how you fuel your body. Sugar is the easiest path to staying stuck. Junk food is the fastest way to weaken your potential. But clean, disciplined eating, that's how you start showing your future self that you're serious. That you're done playing small. That you're building from the inside out. Because real transformation isn't just about what you do. It's about what you stop tolerating. You want real change? Empty your pantry. Toss the snacks. Stop negotiating with your cravings. Prepare meals in advance. Keep it simple. Whole foods, lean proteins, vegetables, healthy fats. Drink water. Eat slow. Eat clean. Watch how fast your life starts changing. Not just your body, your mindset, your work ethic, your belief in yourself. That's what this is about. You're creating a new standard. One bite at a time. One decision at a time. You won't need motivation every day if you've built momentum. And you won't need willpower if your environment is set up for success. So clean it up. Remove temptation. Surround yourself with the food that serves your purpose. And remember, you're not giving anything up. You're trading temporary pleasure for long-term power. You're choosing to honor your future more than your momentary craving. And that choice, repeated daily, is how people go from stuck to unstoppable. Number 4, work out intensely for at least 1 hour daily. One of the biggest obstacles most people face when trying to change is the misunderstanding of what effort really looks like. Many believe change will come with small, casual steps, something comfortable that doesn't disturb their routine too much. But that's not how transformation works. To become unrecognizable in 21 days, you have to push yourself harder than you ever have. The body, the mind, the spirit, they all respond when you take intense, deliberate action. And 1 hour of intense exercise each day is not just about sweating or burning calories. It's a full reset of who you are and what you believe you're capable of. If you've ever felt stuck in your own skin, lethargic and uninspired, it's probably because your body isn't challenged enough. You're moving, but not really moving. The difference between merely existing and truly living can start with this one habit. The challenge is that intense workouts demand more than physical strength. They require mental commitment. You'll feel pain. You'll want to quit halfway through. Your muscles will scream, your heart will pound, your lungs will burn. That moment when you push through is the moment you rewrite your story. Exercise, especially at a high intensity, does something that nothing else can match. It shakes loose the old version of yourself. It forces you to leave behind excuses, limits, and self-doubt. Every rep, every sprint, every push-up is a brick in the foundation of a new you. The sweat on your skin isn't just water, it's evidence of your commitment. The pounding of your heart isn't just a beat, it's a reminder that you're alive and capable of greatness. Those muscles burning are not a sign of weakness, but a signal that growth is happening beneath the surface. This isn't about perfection or trying to become a bodybuilder overnight. It's about intensity, showing up fully and demanding everything you've got for that 1 hour. Whether it's running, weightlifting, circuit training, or bodyweight exercises, the key is to keep your effort high enough that your body can't get comfortable. This forces adaptation. Your energy systems are challenged. Your endurance grows. Your mind sharpens. This is a habit that builds resilience and strength that spills into every part of your life. You have to be honest with yourself about what you're capable of and then push past that line. Most people stop when it gets hard because they haven't developed the mindset to handle the pressure. But intense daily workouts condition your mind just as much as your body. When your legs are shaking, your chest is tight, and your breath is ragged, that's when you teach yourself that quitting is not an option. The pain isn't permanent. The reward of persistence is permanent. That kind of discipline spills over into how you approach work, relationships, and your goals. The confidence you gain from pushing yourself physically reflects in your attitude. You become less reactive to stress. You handle setbacks with more grace. You don't dread challenges. You meet them head-on because you've been training for that moment every day in the gym. This isn't just about fitness. It's about conditioning your entire self to rise when the pressure is on. There will be days when motivation is low, when your body feels heavy, when life pulls you in every direction. Those days are the test. The real change happens when you push through those moments and commit to your 1 hour. It's a commitment to yourself that says, "My transformation is non-negotiable." When you honor that commitment, you send a powerful message to your subconscious. You are serious about growth, and nothing will stand in your way. Movement changes your brain chemistry. High-intensity workouts trigger the release of endorphins and dopamine, which elevate your mood naturally. That burst of energy and positivity rewires your brain to crave progress instead of comfort. You begin to associate effort with reward, sweat with success. This neurological shift helps you stay consistent because your body and mind start wanting what is good for you, even when your mind resists. Building this habit also forces you to become more intentional with the rest of your day. You start to see your body as a temple, not a trash can. You realize that if you're going to push hard in your workouts, you need to fuel your body properly and recover well. This means better sleep, better nutrition, and better stress management. The hour you spend working out becomes the anchor that holds your day together, and everything else falls in place around it. Your environment matters too. To stay committed to intense daily workouts, you have to design your life around it. That means setting clear priorities and protecting your time fiercely. It means saying no to distractions, to excuses, to people or situations that pull you off course. You build routines that make exercise non-negotiable, not just an option if you have time. That shift from "I'll get to it" to "I must do this" is what separates winners from those who watch from the sidelines. In these 21 days, the physical changes will start to show. Your clothes will fit differently. Your energy levels will rise. But what will surprise you more is the internal transformation. You'll feel more confident. You'll walk taller. Your mindset will sharpen. You'll carry a new energy that people notice, not because you tell them, but because they can feel it. That shift in presence is worth more than any number on the scale. The work doesn't end at 1 hour a day. That hour sets a standard for how you live every minute after. When you demand that much from yourself in movement, everything else starts to demand more too. Your work, your relationships, your focus, and your dreams. You begin to believe in your own power to change anything. And that belief is the true game changer. You don't have to be an athlete or a fitness expert to do this. What you need is the decision to commit and the willingness to fight through the discomfort. Intense daily workouts are your tool for breaking old patterns, crushing limitations, and building the foundation for a completely new you. No one else can do this for you. The pain, the sweat, the struggle, they're yours and yours alone. But so is the victory. The clock is ticking. 21 days is enough time to build a habit that becomes part of your identity. The question is, will you step into the hard work and own it? Will you push beyond excuses and hesitation? Because every day you choose intensity, you're becoming stronger, sharper, and more unstoppable. The new version of you is waiting on the other side of that commitment. The only way to get there is through the work. Number 5. Meditate for 10 minutes to reset your mind. Life has a way of piling on noise, stress, and distraction so quickly that most people feel like they're drowning in their own thoughts. The mind becomes a constant battlefield, full of worries, regrets, and endless what-ifs. This relentless chatter doesn't just steal your peace. It drains your energy and clouds your ability to focus on what truly matters. Many try to power through with caffeine, busy schedules, or mindless scrolling, but none of that calms the storm inside. 10 minutes of meditation every day isn't a luxury, it's a lifeline. Meditation isn't about emptying your mind or sitting perfectly still in silence. It's about learning how to control your attention and give your mind a break from its usual chaos. The moment you commit to those 10 minutes, you're creating space. Space to breathe, space to reflect, space to disconnect from the noise and reconnect with yourself. And in that space, real change begins. This reset doesn't just affect your mental state. It reshapes how you experience everything in life. Your emotions, your decisions, your reactions. Most people underestimate how much their thoughts affect their reality. Negative thoughts, anxiety, and constant stress hijack your focus and rob you of energy. That fog of overwhelm seeps into your work, your relationships, and your health. But meditation is like a mental tune-up. It clears the debris, sharpens your awareness, and strengthens your emotional resilience. When your mind is reset daily, you're less likely to react impulsively or get dragged down by negative feelings. Instead, you become calm, centered, and clear-headed. The biggest challenge in starting meditation is the misconception that you need to be perfect at it right away. Many people try, get frustrated because their mind wanders, and then quit. But meditation is a skill, a muscle you build. The thoughts racing through your head are normal. They don't mean you're doing it wrong. The real practice is in gently bringing your attention back each time it strays. This repeated effort trains your brain to focus and improves your ability to control your inner world. The more consistent you are, the stronger and quieter your mind becomes. You don't need fancy equipment or hours of time. Just find a quiet spot, sit comfortably, and set a timer for 10 minutes. Close your eyes and focus on your breath. Notice the rise and fall of your chest, the air entering and leaving your nostrils. When your mind wanders, simply acknowledge it without judgment and return to your breath. This simple act rewires your brain, calming your nervous system and activating your body's natural relaxation response. It's like hitting the reset button every day. 10 minutes might seem small, but it's powerful enough to change your brain chemistry. Studies show meditation reduces cortisol, the stress hormone, and boosts neurotransmitters linked to happiness and focus. This means your mood improves, your anxiety lessens, and your ability to concentrate skyrockets. The difference is not just in how you feel, but in how you think and respond. Your mental clarity becomes sharper, your emotional balance steadier. Life's pressures don't disappear, but you handle them with more grace and less overwhelm. This daily mental reset also helps you get in touch with your deeper values and goals. When your mind slows down, your true priorities become clearer. Instead of reacting to distractions or emotional triggers, you make decisions based on what aligns with your purpose. Meditation opens the door to greater self-awareness, revealing the patterns, habits, and beliefs holding you back. Once you see them, you can choose to change them. This kind of insight is a key part of becoming unrecognizable. It rewires your internal narrative and sets a new course. The habit of meditation also strengthens your emotional intelligence. You begin to notice your feelings without being controlled by them. You stop letting anger, fear, or frustration drive your actions. Instead, you create space to respond thoughtfully. This shift improves your relationships, your work, and your overall quality of life. When you are less reactive and more composed, people trust you more. You become a source of calm and strength in a chaotic world. Some will say, "I don't have time for meditation." But consider this, 10 minutes is less than 1% of your day, and that small investment can save you hours of stress, indecision, and mental fatigue. Think of it as an anchor that holds you steady when life pulls you in 1,000 directions. The 10 minutes spent resetting your mind gives you the power to handle the other 23 hours better. The payoff is huge and immediate if you stay consistent. You might notice subtle shifts at first, less restlessness, improved sleep, or a small edge in focus. But as you keep going, those small changes accumulate. Your ability to stay calm under pressure improves. You find it easier to let go of negative thoughts and emotions. Your creativity and problem-solving skills get a boost. And this clarity fuels your progress in all other areas of transformation. Meditation is the foundation for a powerful mindset, and without it, your other efforts are harder to sustain. Another benefit that often surprises people is how meditation improves your physical health. Lower stress means lower inflammation. Better mental calm reduces blood pressure and improves heart health. When your body isn't stuck in a constant fight-or-flight state, it can recover, repair, and perform better. You'll feel lighter, less tense, and more energized. Your body and mind start working together instead of against each other. That alignment is essential for lasting change. This daily practice also encourages patience and compassion, two qualities crucial when you're working on transforming yourself. Change takes time, and frustration can easily derail progress. Meditation reminds you to be kind to yourself through the process. It teaches you to observe without harsh judgment, to accept where you are, and to keep moving forward. That gentle persistence is what makes 21 days possible, what turns challenges into opportunities for growth. The environment where you meditate matters as well. Find a quiet place where you can sit without interruptions. Make it a ritual, the same place and time each day. This consistency helps your brain associate that moment with calm and focus. Over time, the simple act of sitting down triggers relaxation even before you start. This routine builds a powerful mental habit that supports your entire day. 10 minutes of meditation may not solve every problem, but it changes how you approach them. It gives you the mental space to pause, reflect, and choose your response instead of reacting out of habit. This small daily reset makes you more resilient, more focused, and more capable of handling whatever life throws at you. It's a key ingredient in becoming unrecognizable in 21 days, because transformation isn't just physical, it's mental and emotional too. The choice is yours. You can keep running on autopilot, letting your mind wander endlessly and your stress build until it breaks you down. Or you can commit to this simple practice that restores clarity, peace, and focus. That commitment shapes the way you think, act, and show up every day. 10 minutes is all it takes to start rewriting your story, clearing the path for the person you're becoming. That reset is not a pause, it's the first step forward. Number 6. Read one personal development book each week. Most people drift through their days without feeding their minds the right kind of fuel. They scroll endlessly, watch random videos, or listen to shallow conversations that add little value to their growth. The harsh truth is that without intentional learning, without seeking wisdom and perspective, your thoughts stay stuck in the same patterns, your habits remain unchanged, and your potential never gets tapped. Change doesn't come from just wanting it. It comes from feeding your mind with new ideas, new beliefs, and fresh perspectives every single day. Reading one personal development book each week is a practical, powerful way to do just that. When you decide to commit to this habit, it's more than just reading words on a page. It's about inviting transformation into your life. Every page you turn is a chance to hear from someone who's walked a path of success, failure, and wisdom. You begin to see problems in a new light, discover solutions you hadn't considered, and get inspired by real stories of perseverance and growth. This habit builds momentum. It sparks new thoughts and opens doors in your mind that were previously locked. The information you gather becomes the fuel for the actions that lead to transformation. The challenge for most people is the overwhelming flood of distractions and responsibilities that steal their focus and time. They say, "I don't have time to read," but the truth is they haven't made reading a priority. It's easy to let other things fill your day, but when you decide reading is non-negotiable, you create time. You wake up a little earlier or cut back on mindless activities in the evening. This discipline is part of the process, learning to choose growth over comfort. The discipline of reading regularly teaches patience, focus, and the power of consistent effort. Choosing the right books is essential. Personal development isn't about fluff or empty promises. It's about practical, actionable knowledge. Find books that challenge your thinking, push you out of your comfort zone, and offer clear strategies you can apply immediately. The right books will help you build confidence, manage emotions, improve relationships, and take control of your life. Each book you finish becomes a stepping stone toward becoming unrecognizable in 21 days, not because you change overnight, but because you expand your capacity to change. Reading isn't a passive activity. It requires engagement. Don't just skim through pages, absorb the lessons. Take notes. Highlight ideas that resonate or challenge you. Reflect on what you've learned and ask yourself how you can apply it in your daily life. This process turns information into wisdom. It transforms reading from a hobby into a powerful tool for personal transformation. The more you engage, the more those new ideas become part of your mindset and behavior. The emotional impact of reading personal development books is often underestimated. You realize you're not alone in your struggles. You gain perspective that setbacks are temporary and growth is possible. This emotional connection drives you forward, giving you strength on days when motivation is low. It reminds you that change is a journey and every small step matters. This habit also reshapes how you see your future. Instead of feeling stuck or helpless, you start to see options and possibilities. You understand that the person you are today is just the starting point, and that with consistent effort you can grow beyond your current limitations. Reading provides clarity on your goals and the mindset needed to reach them. It helps you build a vision for the life you want and creates the confidence to pursue it relentlessly. Consistency is where the real power lies. Reading one book a week means completing 52 books a year. That's 52 opportunities to learn, grow, and evolve. Most people don't reach that number in a lifetime. When you commit to this habit, you set yourself apart. You're building a foundation of knowledge that no one can take away from you. This accumulation of wisdom and insight becomes your edge in every area of life, work, relationships, health, and mindset. There's also a practical benefit. Reading improves focus, memory, and critical thinking skills. These mental muscles are essential in today's fast-paced world. As you read regularly, your brain becomes sharper and more capable of handling complex problems. You develop better communication skills and learn to express yourself more clearly. These improvements ripple through your personal and professional life, opening doors to opportunities that were previously out of reach. It's important to create a routine around your reading. Set a specific time each day dedicated to this practice, maybe early morning, lunch break, or before bed. Creating this ritual conditions your mind to expect learning and growth during that time. Over time, it becomes as automatic as brushing your teeth. The key is to be consistent, even on days when motivation is low. The habit itself will carry you through those moments. The environment where you read also matters. Find a quiet, comfortable spot free from distractions. Put your phone away and focus solely on the book. This creates a sacred space for growth where your mind can fully absorb the material. Some may worry about finishing a whole book in a week, especially if they aren't used to reading regularly. But breaking the book into manageable chunks, say 20-30 minutes a day, makes it achievable. Remember, it's about progress, not perfection. Each page you read brings you closer to the person you want to become. This steady progress builds confidence and momentum. Reading personal development books weekly doesn't just change your mind, it changes your story. It rewires your beliefs about what's possible. It shifts your mindset from one of limitation to one of growth. With every book, you're layering new habits, ideas, and insights that compound into lasting transformation. This is how you become unrecognizable, not by luck or sudden breakthroughs, but by steady, intentional growth fueled by knowledge. The choice is yours. You can continue letting your mind be shaped by random noise, or you can decide to feed it with purpose, wisdom, and power. The difference between who you are now and who you want to be lies in the books you read and the ideas you embrace. Make reading one personal development book a week your non-negotiable commitment, and watch how your life unfolds differently in the next 21 days. This habit is a powerful catalyst for change, and it's available to anyone willing to take the first step. Number 7. Write your goals down every single morning. One of the biggest challenges people face is feeling overwhelmed by life's demands. It's easy to get caught in a fog of busyness, confusion, and scattered focus. When this happens, goals remain vague ideas floating somewhere in your mind, never solidifying into action. Writing your goals down every single morning is a simple yet powerful habit that turns dreams into clear, achievable targets. It is a game changer because it forces your mind to focus, organize, and commit. Without writing your goals, it's like trying to hit a target you can't see. Most people drift through days without knowing exactly what they want or why they want it. Writing your goals each morning starts the day with purpose, clarity, and direction. There is a psychological effect tied to writing things down. When you put your goals on paper, they become tangible and real. Your brain processes them differently. Suddenly, what was abstract turns concrete. This act signals your subconscious that these goals matter, that they are priorities worth investing time and energy in. Every morning, when you read and write down your goals, you reinforce that message. It builds a mental pathway focused on achieving those goals, making you more aware of opportunities, resources, and actions that can move you closer to what you want. Your mind becomes a goal-seeking machine. Many people think about their goals occasionally, but this approach lacks consistency and power. Writing goals every morning creates a ritual of focus that drives daily habits and decisions. It's easy to get distracted or discouraged throughout the day, but having your goals written in front of you provides a constant reminder of what matters. This keeps your priorities aligned and protects you from wasting time on things that don't contribute to your growth. When obstacles arise, that written goal pulls you back on track and helps you maintain your momentum. The habit of writing goals also builds self-discipline. It requires commitment and consistency to do it daily, and that discipline spills over into other areas of your life. When you consistently write down your goals, you train yourself to follow through on intentions. This daily practice strengthens your willpower, improves your decision-making, and shapes your identity as someone who is serious about growth. Over time, this repeated action creates a mindset where achieving goals is not a matter of luck, but a natural outcome of your habits. Detail matters in writing your goals. Vague goals like, "I want to be successful," don't inspire action because they don't define success in a measurable way. Writing clear, specific goals creates a roadmap for success. Instead of a general idea, you have precise targets: what success looks like, how you will know when you achieve it, and the steps required to get there. This clarity reduces uncertainty and increases confidence. When you write your goals, break them down into smaller, actionable parts that feel achievable. This turns the overwhelming into manageable. Emotional connection to your goals is critical. Writing goals every morning isn't just a task, it's a moment to connect emotionally to what you truly desire. When you write about your goals, feel the excitement, the pride, or even the relief that will come when you accomplish them. This emotional pull makes your goals more compelling and motivates you to keep going even when the road gets tough. It's this feeling that powers perseverance. Another benefit of this practice is accountability to yourself. You create a private record of your intentions, which acts like a contract. When you look back at your goals written over several days or weeks, you can measure your progress. This self-accountability drives you to take consistent action because you know you will check in with yourself. It builds trust in your ability to commit and follow through. When you consistently write and review your goals, you become more honest about what you want and how serious you are about achieving it. Writing your goals each morning also helps organize your thoughts and reduce mental clutter. Many people carry a noisy mind full of worries, to-dos, and distractions. This mental chaos drains energy and focus. Writing goals creates mental space by transferring some of that load onto paper. It helps you prioritize what matters most and ignore what doesn't. This clarity improves your productivity and reduces stress. When your goals are clearly defined, your brain can focus on solutions rather than being stuck in a cycle of overwhelm and indecision. This habit connects your daily actions to your long-term vision. Every small step you take is aligned with your bigger purpose because you start your day with a clear reminder of what you want to achieve. Without this connection, it's easy to drift or lose motivation. But when your goals are in front of you each morning, they become the compass guiding every decision, no matter how small. This connection fuels consistency, which is the foundation for lasting change. The practice of writing goals also builds confidence and belief in yourself. Each day you reinforce the fact that you have control over your life. You're not waiting for circumstances to change or hoping for luck. You're actively directing your future. This daily empowerment shifts your mindset from victimhood to ownership. You begin to see yourself as a capable, goal-oriented person who can handle challenges and create success. This positive identity change is critical because it influences your actions and results. Writing goals in the morning also sets a positive tone for the entire day. Instead of reacting to external events or letting distractions lead you, you start with intention and purpose. This focus helps you manage your time better and make decisions aligned with your priorities. The simple act of writing can boost your mood and motivation, helping you push through challenges. It's like setting a foundation that supports your efforts, no matter what obstacles come your way. Many people fail to achieve their goals because they don't revisit them often enough. Goals that sit in a notebook or a document forgotten have little impact. Writing them daily keeps your goals alive and present in your mind. This regular contact shapes your habits and mindset, making success a natural result of your actions. The consistency creates a ripple effect. Small daily actions build up over time into major breakthroughs. The physical act of writing is also important. When you write by hand, your brain processes information differently than typing or thinking alone. This deeper processing improves memory and commitment. The act of writing slows your mind down, allowing you to clarify your intentions and really focus on what matters. This mindful practice helps you connect with your goals in a meaningful way and increases the likelihood that you will follow through. Ultimately, writing your goals down every single morning is about taking control of your life one day at a time. It's about becoming proactive, focused, and intentional. It's about creating a mental and emotional connection to what you want that fuels your efforts and keeps you accountable. This habit may seem simple, but it's incredibly powerful. It's a foundational step to becoming unrecognizable in 21 days because it rewires your mind for success and sets your actions on a clear, purposeful path. When your goals are written and revisited daily, you are no longer drifting. You are steering your life in the direction you choose, with confidence and clarity. Number 8. Eliminate all distractions from your phone and life. In today's world, distraction is the biggest thief of time and energy. It's not just about losing a few minutes here and there. It's about how distractions silently eat away your focus, kill your momentum, and stop you from becoming the person you want to be. Almost everyone experiences this, waking up with plans but quickly losing them as notifications, social media, and endless noise pull them away. If you want to become unrecognizable in 21 days, one essential step is to eliminate every distraction from your phone and life that steals your attention from what truly matters. This is not about being perfect. It's about creating a space where your mind can work clearly and your actions can flow powerfully. Phones and technology, while useful, are designed to capture your attention and keep you hooked. Every beep, buzz, or flashing light triggers a reflex to look, check, and react. This constant interruption breaks your concentration, wastes your energy, and builds stress. The average person checks their phone dozens of times a day, often without realizing it. This fragmented attention makes it impossible to focus deeply on goals, tasks, or personal growth. Eliminating distractions means taking back control, refusing to let your mind be pulled in 100 directions, and giving yourself the chance to focus on what truly moves you forward. Distractions don't only come from phones. They come from any source that takes you off your path: unnecessary meetings, meaningless conversations, cluttered environments, and even your own wandering thoughts. Many people feel overwhelmed because they try to do too many things at once or allow outside noise to invade their mental space. Clearing these distractions means creating boundaries around your time and attention. It means saying no to things that don't serve your purpose. When distractions are removed, you begin to realize how much energy you were wasting on things that don't matter, and that realization alone can be incredibly freeing. The first step in eliminating distractions is being brutally honest about what's stealing your time. Most people underestimate how much they allow interruptions to control their day. Track your time if necessary and notice patterns. When you find yourself scrolling mindlessly or jumping between tasks, that's a sign distractions are winning. Once you identify these triggers, you can take intentional action to block them. Turn off unnecessary notifications, delete apps that don't add value, and create no phone zones during work or personal time. This is about protecting your focus as if your life depends on it, because in reality, your success does. Creating a distraction-free environment extends beyond technology. Physical clutter in your workspace or home can be just as disruptive. A messy space pulls your mind away from focus and makes it hard to think clearly. When you clear your environment of unnecessary items, your mind feels lighter and more organized. This creates a sense of calm and readiness to tackle your goals. Even small changes like organizing your desk or limiting noise contribute to a stronger ability to concentrate and a more productive day. The mental distractions that come from inside are just as dangerous. Thoughts about worries, fears, or regrets can pull you out of the present moment and keep you stuck in a cycle of stress. Eliminating distractions means learning to manage your mind through simple techniques like mindfulness or short pauses to reset. When you recognize these mental interruptions and gently bring your focus back, you build mental strength and clarity. This internal discipline helps you stay aligned with your goals and reduces the drain caused by emotional noise. Distractions often come disguised as urgent tasks or social obligations. Saying yes to everything leaves no time for deep work or reflection. Eliminating distractions means learning to say no to invitations or commitments that do not serve your priorities. It means protecting your time as your most valuable resource. This can feel uncomfortable at first, especially if you're used to pleasing others or avoiding conflict. But true growth requires these tough choices. When you commit to your own development, you gain the respect of yourself and others by showing you value your time and goals. Another powerful way to eliminate distractions is by scheduling focused blocks of time dedicated solely to important tasks. During these blocks, phones should be silent and out of reach, and interruptions minimized. This practice trains your brain to concentrate deeply and work efficiently. Over time, you build a habit of sustained focus, and the quality of your work improves dramatically. The sense of accomplishment that comes from these focused periods also fuels motivation, making it easier to keep distractions at bay. Eliminating distractions is not about isolation or deprivation. It's about creating space for what truly matters: your growth, your goals, and your well-being. When distractions are removed, your mind feels more peaceful, your energy is clearer, and your days become more productive and fulfilling. You begin to notice the difference in your ability to solve problems, make decisions, and take consistent action. The small victories in focus build up quickly, creating momentum that makes you feel unstoppable. Many people underestimate how deeply distractions impact their life. It's not just wasted time, it's wasted potential, lost energy, and broken confidence. When your attention is fragmented, your self-esteem suffers because you feel less capable of achieving what you want. Clearing distractions rebuilds your confidence by showing you that you can control your environment and your mind. This sense of control is empowering and crucial for lasting change. As distractions disappear, you become more present with yourself and others. Your relationships improve because you listen more and engage fully. Your work improves because you give it your best effort. Your health improves because you have time to rest, exercise, and care for your body without constant interruptions. This ripple effect shows how interconnected focus is with every part of your life. Eliminating distractions sets the foundation for transformation because it allows you to fully commit to becoming the person you want to be. Taking this step requires courage and persistence. At first, the urge to check your phone or respond to every message may feel overwhelming. It feels like you are missing out or losing connection. But over time, the peace and clarity you gain far outweigh the temporary discomfort of disconnecting. Your mind becomes sharper, your emotions more stable, and your days more productive. The freedom that comes from controlling your attention is one of the most powerful feelings you can experience. In practice, this might mean turning your phone off during important tasks, uninstalling distracting apps, or setting specific times to check messages. It might mean creating a quiet workspace free from noise or clutter. It could mean communicating boundaries clearly to family and friends so they respect your focused time. Each action you take to eliminate distractions is a declaration that your goals are worth protecting. This is how you create an environment where success is possible. In the end, eliminating distractions is about reclaiming your life from the endless noise and chaos of the modern world. It's about choosing clarity over confusion, focus over fragmentation, and action over hesitation. When distractions are removed, you open the door to greater productivity, deeper satisfaction, and rapid progress. This step alone can change your life in 21 days because it changes how you think, how you work, and how you live. Number 9, drink a gallon of water every single day. There's a simple, overlooked truth that many people miss when they think about transformation. Your body runs on water. Yet most people move through their day dehydrated, foggy, tired, and wondering why they can't keep up. The harsh reality is that without enough water, your brain slows down, your energy plummets, and your mood swings wildly. Becoming unrecognizable in 21 days starts with a foundation that's often ignored: proper hydration. Drinking a gallon of water every single day isn't just about quenching thirst. It's about fueling your body and mind so that everything else you do works better and feels easier. It's the silent boost behind every success story. Water is the carrier of life inside your body. Every cell, every organ depends on it to function at its best. When you don't drink enough, your body struggles to perform even the most basic tasks. Digestion becomes sluggish, toxins build up, and your muscles don't recover as fast. People tend to underestimate how much this affects their day-to-day energy and mental clarity. Feeling tired after a few hours, hitting a wall mid-afternoon, or wrestling with brain fog are all signs your body is dehydrated. A gallon of water daily is a powerful way to reverse this damage, restore your vitality, and unlock potential that's been trapped by neglect. Many people think drinking water is boring or hard to keep up, but that's a mindset that can be changed. The feeling of constant thirst, headaches, and fatigue can disappear when your body is properly hydrated. It's like your system gets cleaned out, your head clears, and your mood lifts without any added effort. This is real change that you can feel deep inside. The sensation of pure, cold water filling your system creates a powerful contrast to the sluggishness dehydration brings. When your cells are fully hydrated, everything you do, from thinking to moving, feels sharper and lighter. It's an energy that can't be faked or replaced by coffee or energy drinks. Drinking a gallon of water daily is not just a physical habit, it's a mental discipline. It requires commitment and awareness. Most people reach for their glass only when they feel thirsty, but thirst is a late signal from your body. By the time you're thirsty, you're already partly dehydrated. Changing this habit means you are paying attention to your body's needs before they become urgent. This shift in awareness teaches self-care and respect for your own well-being. It's a statement that your health is a priority and that you are serious about transforming yourself. This commitment to hydration alone sets you apart from those who settle for less. The way you drink water throughout the day matters as well. Sipping regularly keeps your body constantly replenished rather than overwhelming your system all at once. It's a steady stream of fuel, like feeding a fire little by little, so it burns bright without choking. Drinking too much water at once doesn't provide the same benefit and can even be harmful. Developing a rhythm of small, frequent sips creates a habit that sticks and delivers consistent results. This habit also trains patience and mindfulness, qualities essential for any lasting transformation. Each sip is a reminder that growth is a daily process, not a sudden event. Another important factor is the quality of water. Clean, pure water is what your body needs to flush out toxins and rebuild. Drinking water loaded with chemicals or impurities can do more harm than good. Taking the time to choose good quality water shows you value your body and are willing to give it what it truly deserves. This choice aligns perfectly with the bigger goal of becoming unrecognizable. You are not just changing habits temporarily, you are building a lifestyle where every choice supports your best self. Some people worry about the inconvenience of drinking a gallon of water a day. They fear it will interrupt their routines or make them uncomfortable. The reality is, once your body adjusts, you won't want to go back. You'll notice fewer headaches, better digestion, and a calmer mind. The feeling of sluggishness will fade, replaced by a steady energy that doesn't crash. You'll experience clearer thinking and improved focus, which amplifies every effort you make towards your goals. The temporary discomfort of carrying a water bottle or making time to drink disappears in comparison to these benefits. What seems like a challenge at first becomes one of the easiest parts of your day. It's also important to recognize how hydration supports your emotional health. When your body is dehydrated, stress feels heavier, patience runs thin, and frustration comes easily. Drinking enough water helps stabilize your mood by balancing your body's chemistry and reducing tension. This emotional steadiness is vital when you are pushing yourself to change habits, build discipline, and face challenges. It makes setbacks easier to handle and keeps your motivation alive. The simple act of drinking water becomes a tool to maintain your mental toughness and keep your vision clear. For those who want to track progress, noticing physical changes is a strong motivator. Skin becomes more vibrant, digestion improves, and sleep quality often enhances when you hydrate well. These visible and tangible signs of change remind you that your efforts are working. They connect the action of drinking water to the results you want in a very real way. The sense of control that comes from seeing these improvements builds confidence and encourages consistency. When you know that a small habit like water intake can have such a big impact, it becomes easier to prioritize and protect it. Drinking a gallon of water daily also improves your physical performance and recovery if you're working out intensely. Muscles need hydration to function and repair properly. Dehydration increases the risk of injury and slows down progress. When your body is fully hydrated, every workout feels more effective and less exhausting. Recovery comes faster, so you can push harder the next day. This cycle of hydration, energy, and progress creates a positive feedback loop that fuels your transformation. It's a vital component that often gets overlooked in the rush to do more. Taking on the challenge of drinking a gallon of water every day is a test of your willingness to care for yourself deeply. It forces you to slow down, listen, and honor your body's needs. It requires discipline but also teaches kindness and patience. This balance is essential for long-term change. When you respect your body's signals and respond with water, you are building a foundation for all other habits to flourish. It's a way of saying that you are worthy of health, energy, and success. Ultimately, water is the most basic and powerful tool you have. It's free, accessible, and effective. No expensive supplements, no complicated plans, just water and your commitment. This is how transformation begins, with a simple, steady stream of life flowing through you, reminding you that change is possible and within your control. When you treat water as a priority, you open the door to becoming unrecognizable in your energy, focus, and strength. Number 10. Stop eating junk food, soda, and processed sugar. There's a brutal reality that many people avoid facing. Junk food, soda, and processed sugar are slowly destroying your health, energy, and mental clarity, yet they remain some of the most consumed items in everyday life. If you want to become truly unrecognizable in 21 days, you have to confront this hard truth head-on. These foods don't just sabotage your physical health, they hijack your cravings and steal your focus. The moment you decide to stop eating junk food, soda, and processed sugar, you are choosing to break free from a cycle that most people are trapped in without even realizing it. It's not just a diet change, it's a fundamental shift in how you treat your body and mind. This addiction dulls your senses and clouds your judgment, making it nearly impossible to maintain energy or focus throughout the day. The crashes that follow sugary highs leave you exhausted and irritable, trapping you in a roller coaster of highs and lows. When you cut these out, your energy stabilizes, your mood steadies, and your mind starts to clear. This shift is uncomfortable at first because your brain resists losing its quick fix, but the payoff is a lasting freedom and renewed mental sharpness that junk food never provides. Many people underestimate how deeply junk food affects their long-term health because it is so easily accessible and socially normalized. Fast food, packaged snacks, and sugary drinks are everywhere, and they often feel like the only convenient options when life is busy or stressful. However, every bite or sip of these processed items loads your body with toxins, unhealthy fats, and empty calories that do nothing but weigh you down. The chronic inflammation and sluggishness they cause build up silently, sabotaging your goals and making it harder to get through your day with vitality. Choosing to eliminate these foods is a radical act of self-respect and a statement that you are done settling for less than your best. Breaking free from this habit demands more than willpower. It requires a strategy and awareness of what triggers your cravings. Many people eat junk food not because they're hungry, but because of stress, boredom, or emotional triggers. Recognizing these patterns is key to overcoming them. When you stop reaching for soda or candy as a quick escape, you begin to build healthier coping mechanisms that nourish rather than damage you. This process rewires your brain and retrains your taste buds, so over time, natural flavors and whole foods become more satisfying than processed sugar ever was. It's a slow and sometimes frustrating journey, but every step forward deepens your control and self-discipline. The withdrawal from sugar and junk food can be harsh, with headaches, irritability, and cravings challenging your resolve. This phase is where most people give up because it's uncomfortable and unfamiliar. But if you persist, these symptoms fade, replaced by clarity, steadier energy, and even improved sleep. Your body starts healing from years of abuse, and your natural energy reserves return. This rebirth isn't a quick fix or a fad. It's a profound reset that changes how your body feels and functions at the deepest level. Enduring this discomfort is essential to unlocking the transformation you desire. Another reality is that junk food and soda don't just affect your body, they impact your mental health and emotional resilience. The blood sugar spikes and crashes contribute to anxiety, mood swings, and brain fog. They impair your ability to think clearly and make sound decisions. As you cut them out, you gain emotional stability and mental clarity, which are critical for maintaining motivation and pushing through challenges. This newfound emotional balance strengthens your willpower and sharpens your focus, making every other change you make easier to sustain. Your mindset becomes an ally rather than an enemy. Replacing junk food and soda with nourishing alternatives fuels your body with real nutrients that support energy production and brain function. Whole foods rich in vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants become your new fuel. These choices not only satisfy hunger, but also repair and rebuild your cells, enhance your immune system, and improve your overall vitality. You start noticing improvements in your skin, digestion, and mood, reinforcing the benefits of your new lifestyle. This positive feedback loop boosts your confidence and commitment, pushing you further away from old habits and closer to your transformation goals. Social situations and convenience can make avoiding junk food feel impossible, but with preparation and planning, it becomes manageable. Packing healthy snacks, cooking at home, and learning to read labels empower you to take control rather than feel victimized by your environment. Developing these skills increases your independence and removes excuses. You no longer have to rely on whatever is available or easy, you choose what's best for you. This empowerment extends beyond food, inspiring changes in other areas of your life where you previously felt stuck or helpless. Many people feel overwhelmed by the idea of cutting out all junk food and sugar at once, but incremental changes can build momentum. Starting with removing soda or candy gradually reduces your dependence and prepares your body for the shift. Each small victory builds confidence and proves that change is possible. Over time, what once felt like deprivation becomes a source of pride and strength. This step-by-step approach also makes your transformation sustainable, avoiding the burnout and relapse common with all or nothing attempts. The key is consistency, not perfection. Eliminating junk food and processed sugar also challenges your relationship with pleasure and reward. You learn to seek satisfaction in activities and connections rather than in empty calories. It's a deeper kind of freedom that transforms not only your body, but also your experience of life itself. When you no longer rely on sugar highs, you become more present, more engaged, and more capable of enjoying moments fully. This emotional richness enhances your entire journey and makes the transformation more meaningful. Ultimately, stopping junk food, soda, and processed sugar is about reclaiming your power. It's about refusing to be controlled by substances designed to exploit your biology and psychology. It's a commitment to yourself to live with integrity, health, and purpose. This decision reshapes your identity, turning you into someone who values their body as a temple, not a trash bin. The clarity, energy, and resilience you gain become the foundation for everything else you want to achieve. This is the moment where your transformation truly begins, by saying no to what harms you and yes to what empowers you. Number 11. Speak only with purpose and clear intention daily. It's a tough reality that most people go through every single day. They speak without thinking, filling their conversations with meaningless words that don't move them forward or help anyone around them. Many wake up, go through the motions, and speak just to fill silence, not realizing the power behind each word they say. When your speech lacks purpose, it mirrors a scattered mind and an unfocused life. Every word you speak carries weight and energy. Speaking without intention wastes your potential and your influence. To truly change your life and become unrecognizable in just 21 days, you must start controlling the way you communicate with clear purpose and sharp intention every single day. This is more than just talking. It's about speaking in a way that drives your vision forward, strengthens your relationships, and sharpens your mind. Speaking with purpose means thinking before you speak. Most people react without reflection, and their words become noise. But when you pause and gather your thoughts, your speech becomes a tool to shape your reality. It's about choosing words that matter, words that inspire, words that solve problems, and words that reveal your true intentions. When you do this, you not only command respect, but also invite clarity into your own life. You start to feel grounded because your thoughts and words align. This alignment acts like a compass that guides you through challenges and distractions. The mental discipline of speaking intentionally rewires how you approach conversations and decisions, helping you grow every day. Imagine the energy you send out when you speak clearly and intentionally. Your voice becomes a powerful instrument. People notice when your words have meaning, they listen more closely and respond with more engagement. You start to build trust and credibility simply because you are deliberate. In contrast, vague or careless speech pushes people away or leads to misunderstandings. When you speak with purpose, you create a space where meaningful ideas flourish, where your presence is felt. This isn't about being perfect or using fancy language. It's about honesty, clarity, and focus. It's about honoring the listener and respecting your own time and energy by being clear and direct. The habit of purposeful speech also builds confidence. When you consistently express yourself with clear intention, you discover a new kind of strength within. Your ideas become clearer, and you don't second-guess yourself as often. You learn to avoid empty chatter that drains you. Your conversations become tools for problem-solving, encouragement, and growth. This shift in how you communicate spills over into every aspect of your life. You start negotiating better, inspiring others, and even handling conflict with more grace. It's a skill that grows day by day, and in 21 days, this new way of speaking can change how you interact with the world in ways you never expected. There's also a deep emotional impact in speaking intentionally. Words have the power to create feelings, and when you speak without purpose, you may unknowingly spread confusion, doubt, or negativity. But when your speech is purposeful, it brings clarity, hope, and motivation. This doesn't mean every conversation has to be serious or heavy. When you choose your words carefully, you build emotional bridges with others and within yourself. You communicate what matters, and in doing so, you honor your own emotional truth and that of others. This emotional connection is what drives lasting change in relationships and personal growth. The challenge here is awareness. Most people don't realize how often they speak without purpose because it's become a habit. Breaking that habit requires mindfulness. You must train yourself to notice when you're speaking just to fill silence or when your words don't align with your goals. This is not about censoring yourself, but about bringing your mind and mouth into alignment. Start by slowing down your speech and asking yourself what you want to accomplish with your words. Is this going to help me move forward? Is this going to help the person I'm talking to? If the answer is no, then rethink your response. This daily exercise of questioning and intention builds mental clarity and focus over time. When you speak with clear intention, you also eliminate distractions. Your conversations become more productive because you focus on what really matters. You don't waste time on gossip, complaining, or negativity that doesn't serve your growth. Instead, you invest your energy in building yourself and others up. This practice influences your environment too. You begin to attract people who value clarity and purpose because you represent that energy. Over 21 days, this creates a ripple effect where your influence grows and your social circle shifts towards positivity and growth. Another key point is that purposeful speech affects your inner dialogue. How you speak to others reflects how you speak to yourself. When your external communication improves, your internal voice becomes clearer and more encouraging. You stop doubting and start believing in your own message. This self-communication builds resilience and helps you push through tough times. The power of intention in speech is a powerful mirror for the mind. You start seeing yourself as someone capable, focused, and committed, which boosts your motivation and daily performance. This is not a quick fix, but a disciplined practice. The first few days of speaking with purpose might feel awkward or forced because it's new. Your brain is used to autopilot chatter, but as days pass, it becomes natural. Your mind sharpens, and your speech becomes concise and effective. People will begin to notice this change in you, how your words carry weight and inspire action. This respect and attention fuel your confidence, making the entire process self-reinforcing. In 21 days, you can literally become someone who commands a room with words, someone who makes every conversation count, and someone who inspires others by how clearly they express themselves. This journey demands commitment. Each time you open your mouth, remind yourself of your intention. Speak only to build, to encourage, or to seek solutions. Let your words carry your vision and your values. By doing so, you reshape not only how others perceive you, but also how you perceive yourself. You step into a new version of yourself, someone deliberate, powerful, and fully in control of their communication and their life path. This change might be invisible to the outside world at first, but inside, it will feel like a revolution. The choice to speak only with purpose and clear intention daily transforms your life because words shape actions and actions shape results. Your transformation in 21 days will be real, visible, and undeniable when you harness the power of your speech. It's one of the most accessible and effective tools for change you have. Your voice is your power. Use it wisely and deliberately to build a future where you are unrecognizable in the best way possible. Number 12. Practice gratitude journaling every morning and night. Every day, people wake up already weighed down by stress, by deadlines, by responsibilities they never asked for, but now carry like bricks on their shoulders. The alarm rings, and before their feet touch the floor, their minds are already filled with thoughts of everything that's going wrong, everything they haven't yet done, and everything they fear they won't become. The day starts with pressure, not presence. The evening ends the same way, scrolling, comparing, complaining silently to themselves about what they lack, what others have, and how stuck they feel. And in between all of it, they forget one simple, powerful act that can rewire the entire way they experience their life: practicing gratitude every morning and every night. Gratitude journaling isn't about pretending everything is perfect or ignoring your problems. It's about choosing to focus your mind on what's working, on what's meaningful, and on what gives your life richness, even when everything else feels chaotic. Most people walk through their lives focused only on what's missing. They chase happiness like it's somewhere out there in the next job, the next person, the next achievement. But what they're really missing is the ability to slow down and notice the good that's already in front of them. Gratitude makes you aware. It trains your brain to find value in your current situation, even if it's not yet where you want to be. Writing down 3 to 5 things you're genuinely grateful for every morning shifts your entire mood before your day even begins. You're not just listing things to check a box. You're reminding your mind to see what's real, what's supportive, and what's already working in your life. It might be small, like having a warm bed, a working phone, or your favorite song playing. But those little things build up your emotional foundation. They remind you that you're not starting the day empty. And when you end your night by writing what you're grateful for again, it helps you reflect, recharge, and go to sleep feeling content rather than anxious or drained. Most people don't realize how noisy their minds have become because they never slow down to listen. Gratitude journaling gives you that quiet moment to reconnect with yourself. It's not just a writing task, it's a reset button. It makes you aware of your patterns, your progress, your growth. Instead of measuring your life by what you haven't done, you begin to recognize the effort you've put in, the lessons you've learned, and the strength you've developed. This self-awareness builds confidence. It replaces constant self-criticism with appreciation, and from that place, your motivation naturally rises. Gratitude also transforms how you relate to other people. When you start to appreciate what you have, you stop comparing your life to everyone else's. You stop needing approval. You stop resenting others for their success. You become more present, more supportive, and more genuine in your relationships. It becomes easier to listen, to encourage, and to uplift because you're not operating from scarcity, you're operating from appreciation. And people feel that. They notice when someone lives with gratitude. It's in your words, your energy, your actions. It attracts better people into your life because it creates emotional stability and depth. Doing this every morning and night creates emotional structure. Think of it like mental hygiene. You don't go days without brushing your teeth. Why go days without cleaning your thoughts? Gratitude journaling is a way to filter out the negativity that accumulates daily. Life throws challenges at you constantly, and if you don't train your mind to focus on what's good, your thoughts will spiral into worry and frustration. Writing down your gratitude, no matter how simple, gives your mind something solid to hold on to. It becomes your anchor on hard days and your fuel on good ones. It also helps you stay focused on your goals. When you combine gratitude with intention, you become someone who is both grounded and driven. You recognize how far you've come while still moving forward. Gratitude journaling gives you perspective. It reminds you that progress is not just about milestones, it's about mindset. And with that mindset, you face challenges with more patience and more endurance because you're not just working for results. You're also learning to enjoy the journey. Some people say they don't have time for journaling, but that's like saying you don't have time to breathe. You make time for what matters, and 5 to 10 minutes a day is all it takes. Wake up, open your journal, and write what you're thankful for before anything else hijacks your attention. Before the emails, the notifications, the noise. At night, do the same. Let your last thoughts be of what's meaningful, not of what's missing. Over 21 days, this practice becomes a habit, and that habit becomes a mindset, and that mindset becomes your identity. You start to recognize things during your day that you want to write about later. A compliment from someone, a moment of silence you needed, a breakthrough in something you were stuck on. These moments begin to matter more because you're looking for them. Gratitude journaling rewires your attention. It shifts your mental lens from problems to progress. And this new focus doesn't make your problems disappear. It gives you the mental strength to face them without falling apart. It gives you the emotional energy to keep going, to keep building, and to keep believing. There's a level of peace that comes from gratitude that no amount of achievement can replace. When you begin and end your day with appreciation, you're no longer living on emotional autopilot. You become intentional. You feel less overwhelmed and more in control. You stop reacting and start responding. You take ownership of your emotions because you've trained your brain to see through a new lens. This inner shift becomes visible. People start asking what changed. They can feel the difference in how you carry yourself. That's when you know it's working, not just because your journal is full, but because your life is fuller. In 21 days, this one simple act, practicing gratitude journaling every morning and night, can create emotional momentum that drives every other part of your transformation. You start showing up differently in conversations. You carry more presence, more peace, and more power. Your goals don't seem as distant because you're not waiting for happiness, you're already living with it. Gratitude isn't something you do, it's something you become. And once you've trained your mind to live from appreciation, you become unrecognizable, not just to others, but to the version of yourself that used to feel stuck, restless, and empty. Number 13, dress better than usual, even when staying home. There's a silent agreement many people make with themselves the moment they believe no one is watching. They stop trying. They stay in pajamas all day, throw on an old hoodie, wear worn-out clothes because they say, "What's the point? I'm not going anywhere." But what they don't realize is that this decision slowly chips away at their energy, their self-respect, and their personal identity. You don't dress well just to impress others. You do it to reinforce who you are and who you're becoming. If you wait until the world gives you a reason to present your best, you'll be waiting a very long time. True transformation begins with the decision to treat yourself like someone worth showing up for, even when no one else sees it. Your environment influences your behavior, but so does your appearance. When you dress like someone who takes their life seriously, it reflects in your actions. When you stay sloppy, unshaved, unorganized, your mind begins to adopt that same energy. You start feeling like your days have no structure, your time has no value, and your future is not a priority. But when you wake up, take a shower, put on clean clothes, do your hair, maybe even spray some cologne or perfume, not for the world, but for yourself, you send a message to your brain: I matter, my time matters, this day matters. That small signal can create a ripple effect throughout everything else you do. Most people want confidence but don't realize how much of it is built through preparation and presentation. You don't need to wear a suit in your living room or put on formal wear to check emails. But putting on an outfit that makes you feel sharp, clean, and put together changes the way you carry yourself. It changes the way you think. It changes how seriously you approach your goals. Even if your plans are simple, reading, learning, working on a side project, dressing well gives those tasks more weight. It shows respect for the work and, more importantly, for the person doing the work, you. And here's the truth. If you wait for motivation to fix your habits, you'll be stuck in that loop forever. Motivation often comes after action, not before it. Dressing better is a controllable action. You don't need to feel inspired to do it. You just need to decide to do it. Once you do, you'll notice how the way you speak improves. You'll notice you think clearer. You'll notice you take fewer breaks and put more effort into the tasks at hand. All because you started your day by choosing to treat it like it mattered, even if the world didn't demand it of you. Some people will say, "But I work from home. I don't see anyone." And that's exactly the point. When no one else is around, your standards are tested. The question isn't how you act in front of people, it's how you act when no one's watching. Dressing better isn't about fashion. It's about forming a habit of high self-regard. It's about not lowering your identity just because the outside world isn't watching. It's about showing up like someone who has purpose and direction, even on the days when nothing seems urgent. That's where real change happens, on the invisible days. You also teach yourself discipline through this habit. Discipline is not built through big, dramatic decisions. It's built through small, consistent choices like getting dressed with intention. This doesn't mean wearing expensive clothes. It means wearing clothes that reflect clarity, order, and intention. Clothes that fit, clothes that are clean, clothes that make you feel ready. Think of it like preparing for battle. You don't wait until the enemy's at the door before you get ready. You stay ready. So when opportunity knocks or life tests you, you don't scramble to become someone you're not prepared to be. This decision also affects how others respond to you, even digitally. In a video call, a photo, a random online interaction, people notice when you carry yourself well. But even if you never show your face that day, the difference is still internal. Dressing better improves posture, lifts energy, and puts your mind into a more alert state. You become someone who moves with purpose. Your surroundings may stay the same, but your internal state becomes sharper, more focused, and more motivated to take action. You feel more in control. You feel like someone on a mission, and when you feel that, you act on it. You can't wait until success finds you to begin acting like a successful person. You must become the version of yourself that success is drawn to. And part of that process is learning to live in alignment with your future, even before it arrives. When you dress better than usual, even in private, you practice embodying that version. You're stepping into the mindset of someone who's building something, someone who's not just passing time but using it, someone who is becoming. It's about raising your self-perception every single day. This is not a one-time change. You won't feel different after doing it once or twice. But if you stay consistent for 21 days, you'll notice something shift. You'll start expecting more from yourself. You'll sit up straighter. You'll speak with more clarity. You'll treat your days like they matter because you've trained your mind to show up for them. Over time, that energy builds into momentum, and that momentum pushes you forward. And people will start to notice not because you told them, but because your presence has changed. You'll become harder to ignore because you're no longer ignoring yourself. And if the thought ever crosses your mind, "This is silly, who cares what I wear?" Remember this, the small things create the big things. The daily choices, the private decisions, the quiet commitments, they are what shape your character. Dressing well, even at home, is not about being noticed. It's about not disappearing. It's about reminding yourself every day that how you show up matters, even if no one else is watching. That's how people become unrecognizable, not overnight, not by accident, but by treating each ordinary day like a stepping stone to the extraordinary life they're building. Number 14. Cut toxic people from your life immediately. There is a harsh truth most people avoid facing. Not everyone who calls themselves a friend or family member has your best interest at heart. Some people drain your energy without giving anything back. They bring constant negativity, criticism, and drama that weigh you down. When you want to change your life, their presence can become the biggest obstacle standing in your way. Toxic people are not just bad influences. They are chains that hold you back from growing, from becoming the person you want to be. It is painful to realize this, but it is necessary to cut them out if you want to become unrecognizable in 21 days. Many people tolerate toxic relationships because they fear loneliness or confrontation. They hope things will get better or believe they must keep peace at any cost. But the reality is that holding on to toxic people keeps you stuck in old patterns. You wake up tired, stressed, and anxious because of the emotional damage they cause. Every word they say can plant doubt in your mind. Every action they take can make you question your worth. If you want to change your mindset, your habits, and your future, you have to protect your environment first. That means removing anyone who brings toxicity into your life. This process is not about blaming or hating others. It is about taking responsibility for your own mental health. You are the gatekeeper of your peace. You decide who stays in your life and who does not. When you cut toxic people loose, you create space for positive influences. You invite people who encourage you, who lift you up, who believe in your potential. Your energy will improve. Your motivation will grow. You will have more time and mental clarity to focus on what truly matters, your goals, your dreams, and your personal growth. Cutting toxic people out can be one of the hardest things you will ever do. It may cause pain and conflict at first. Some people may react with anger or guilt trips. They may try to manipulate you into staying. But the temporary discomfort is worth the long-term freedom. Imagine waking up every day without emotional baggage from others. Imagine feeling lighter and more confident because you are no longer carrying their negativity. This is what real freedom looks like. It is a clean slate where you can rebuild yourself without distractions. You might worry about being judged or misunderstood for making these cuts. People will talk. Some will question your choices. But remember, you are not responsible for their opinions. You are responsible for your own happiness. When you choose to distance yourself from harmful influences, you send a clear message to the universe and to yourself. You are committed to growth. You are no longer willing to accept anything less than respect, kindness, and support. This is a powerful stand that will shift your life in ways you cannot yet imagine. It is important to identify who these toxic people are by their actions, not their words. Toxic people often gossip, criticize, blame, or play the victim. They rarely celebrate your successes and often bring you down with jealousy or resentment. They drain your enthusiasm and replace it with doubt. If someone consistently makes you feel small, anxious, or bad about yourself, that person is toxic. You owe it to yourself to end those relationships or create strong boundaries that protect your energy. Many times, cutting toxic people loose is not about ending friendships or family ties completely. Sometimes it means creating distance or limiting interactions. You decide what level of involvement is healthy. This can include unfollowing people on social media, not answering calls immediately, or reducing time spent together. The key is that you control the boundaries. You do not let toxic people dictate your emotional state or drain your energy. Boundaries become your shield and your power. The journey to becoming unrecognizable in 21 days requires ruthless protection of your mental space. Toxic people are like weeds in a garden. If left unchecked, they choke the life out of everything you try to grow. Removing them is not selfish. It is essential self-care. When your mind is free from constant stress and negativity, you can focus on building new habits, learning new skills, and improving yourself. Your mental clarity increases. Your energy multiplies. This step is about courage. It takes courage to stand up for yourself and say no to those who hurt you. It takes courage to choose yourself when it feels easier to keep things the same. But courage is the foundation of transformation. If you do not remove toxic influences, your growth will be limited. You will keep spinning in the same negative cycles. Cutting toxic people out is a declaration that you value yourself enough to protect your peace. This choice alone will set you apart from the crowd and start changing your life from the inside out. Pay attention to how your body feels around certain people. Your physical reactions can be signs of toxicity. You may feel drained, tense, or anxious after conversations. Your mind might race with negative thoughts. Your heart may feel heavy. These signals are your inner alarm system telling you something is wrong. Trust those feelings. Honor your need for peace. Make the decision to remove or distance yourself from anyone who triggers these responses regularly. Do not underestimate the power of your environment in shaping your thoughts and behaviors. Your circle influences your beliefs, habits, and energy levels more than you think. When surrounded by toxic people, your confidence diminishes, your motivation drops, and your mindset darkens. But when you surround yourself with supportive, encouraging individuals, your mindset lifts. You begin to believe in possibilities. You start taking risks. You push through challenges because you have a community that backs you up. Cutting toxic people loose also allows you to create new, healthier relationships. When you free yourself from negativity, you open up space for people who match your new standards. People who challenge you to grow. People who respect your time and energy. People who celebrate your victories and stand with you through struggles. They fuel your journey and keep you accountable to your goals. Removing toxic people is not just about ending bad ties. It is about inviting good ones. You will find that as you protect your peace, your life changes quickly. You have more time for self-care, for learning, and for meaningful work. Your mind is clearer, your spirit lighter. You can finally focus on the person you want to become instead of being dragged back by others. This change is not easy. It requires persistence and sometimes difficult conversations. But it is the foundation for lasting transformation. Without a healthy environment, no new habit or goal can take root properly. It is okay to seek help during this process. Talking to a counselor, mentor, or trusted friend can give you clarity and support. You do not have to face this alone. Having someone who understands your struggle can make the process less overwhelming. Remember, choosing peace is not a betrayal of anyone. It is an act of self-respect. The people who truly care about you will understand and respect your boundaries, even if they are not ready to do the same. Cutting toxic people out is one of the most empowering things you can do for yourself. It is a declaration that you refuse to be weighed down by others' negativity. It is the first step in creating a life where your energy belongs to you alone. This freedom will fuel your transformation over the next 21 days and beyond. It will give you the mental clarity and emotional strength to face challenges head-on. Number 15. Walk 10,000 steps every day without skipping. There is a simple truth about change that many people overlook. They expect big results from complicated actions. They think transformation requires hours in the gym or extreme routines. The reality is different. Small, consistent steps build unstoppable momentum. Walking 10,000 steps a day is one of the most powerful habits you can adopt to become unrecognizable in 21 days. It is easy to underestimate what moving your body daily does for your mind, energy, and confidence. But when you commit to this simple goal without skipping, the benefits multiply in ways that surprise many. Walking is not just physical exercise. It clears your mind. It reduces stress. It helps you breathe deeper and think sharper. When you walk daily, you improve blood flow to your brain. This enhances focus and creativity. Many people experience a boost in mood simply by moving more. It releases chemicals in your brain that lift your spirits naturally. This effect is not just momentary. When walking becomes a daily ritual, you build resilience against anxiety and fatigue. The routine anchors your day and strengthens your willpower. Walking 10,000 steps is a goal that forces you to get up and move no matter what. Some days it feels easier than others. Life can get busy and excuses come easily. But the difference between those who succeed and those who fail is consistency. If you skip one day, it is easy to skip 2 or 3. But if you commit to walking every single day, you build discipline. That discipline spills over into other areas of your life. You become more consistent in your work, your habits, and your relationships because you practiced showing up for yourself physically. This goal also teaches patience. Transformation does not happen overnight. Walking 10,000 steps daily requires time and effort. You might start feeling tired or sore. Your body may resist at first. But over time, your endurance grows. Your muscles strengthen. Your energy increases. This slow and steady improvement teaches you how to handle discomfort and keep going. Those lessons are crucial for lasting change. When challenges arise, you will remember how you pushed through the small discomfort of walking daily and carry that strength forward. Many people think walking is boring or a waste of time. That is a mindset that must change. Walking is a chance to connect with yourself. It is a time to reflect without distractions. You can listen to music, podcasts, or simply the sounds of nature. This quiet time can become your most productive thinking space. It is a break from screens, noise, and constant busyness. When you walk, you give your mind a reset. You return feeling refreshed, clearer, and more motivated. That mental reset is essential for tackling big goals and difficult tasks. You can measure your progress easily when you walk 10,000 steps daily. Many phones and fitness trackers count your steps and show how close you are to your goal. Seeing your progress in numbers builds motivation. It turns walking into a game where you win each day you hit your target. This tracking makes the goal tangible and achievable. You do not have to rely on willpower alone. The numbers push you forward. You can celebrate small wins every day, which fuels your confidence and excitement for change. Walking daily also improves your physical health dramatically. It lowers blood pressure, reduces risk of heart disease, and improves digestion. Your body begins to detoxify through increased movement. You sleep better and have more energy throughout the day. These physical benefits make it easier to stay committed because you start feeling better. When you feel better, your mindset improves. You become more optimistic and open to new habits. Walking becomes the foundation for your transformation, not just a side activity. One of the biggest obstacles is time. People believe they do not have time to walk that much. The truth is, everyone can find time if the goal is important enough. You can split your steps throughout the day. 10 minutes in the morning, 10 at lunch, and 10 in the evening add up quickly. You do not have to do it all at once. Walking becomes part of your daily routine instead of an interruption. When you prioritize your health and growth, you find ways to fit walking in naturally. This mindset shift is critical to long-term success. Walking 10,000 steps daily also builds mental toughness. Life will throw distractions and setbacks your way. Some days you will feel unmotivated or tired, but by showing up for yourself consistently, you develop a habit of persistence. You prove that your commitment is stronger than your excuses. This confidence carries over into every other part of your life. You learn that hard things are possible if you just keep going step by step. That is the essence of transformation. Small actions build unstoppable momentum. Walking every day connects you to your environment. You start noticing things you missed before. The colors of the sky, the sounds of birds, the rhythm of your breath. This connection brings mindfulness and peace. It grounds you in the present moment and helps reduce stress. Being present improves decision-making and reduces anxiety about the future. Walking becomes more than exercise. It becomes a daily practice of awareness. This mental clarity helps you focus on your goals with renewed energy and purpose. Another powerful aspect of walking daily is how it affects your self-image. When you commit to moving your body every day, you begin to see yourself as someone who takes care of themselves. This identity shift is vital. You start to believe that you are worthy of health, energy, and success. That belief motivates you to keep the habit and build on it. Your confidence grows because you are proving to yourself that you can keep promises. This change in how you see yourself is one of the most powerful parts of becoming unrecognizable in 21 days. Walking 10,000 steps daily also encourages you to explore new places and experiences. You may discover new parks, neighborhoods, or paths you never noticed before. This sense of adventure adds excitement to your journey. Exploring new environments stimulates your brain and keeps your routine fresh. It reminds you that transformation is also about curiosity and openness to new possibilities. This mindset of exploration helps you embrace change instead of fearing it. In addition, walking every day supports emotional regulation. Movement helps your body process emotions naturally. When you feel stressed or overwhelmed, walking provides an outlet for those feelings. It can calm your nervous system and help you regain control. Over time, you become more resilient to emotional challenges. You learn to respond thoughtfully instead of reacting impulsively. This emotional strength is essential for anyone wanting to change deeply. Walking daily is like a natural therapy that strengthens your mental and emotional muscles. When the 21 days end, walking 10,000 steps a day will no longer feel like a challenge. It will become part of who you are. Your body will crave the movement, and your mind will seek the clarity it provides. This new habit creates a foundation for continuous growth. You will be ready to take on bigger goals because you practiced discipline, patience, and consistency. Walking daily is a simple but powerful tool to transform your life from the inside out. It is accessible to everyone and changes everything. The hardest part is starting. The first few days will test your commitment. You may feel tired or want to quit. But pushing through those days separates those who succeed from those who do not. Each step you take is proof that you are serious about change. Your body will adjust, your mind will clear, and your energy will rise. Number 16. Learn a new skill for 1 hour daily. Most people struggle to see real change because they never challenge themselves to learn something new consistently. Sticking with old habits and routines keeps the mind stuck in the same place. The truth is that growth comes from stretching yourself. When you dedicate 1 hour every day to learning a new skill, you open doors you never imagined. This simple habit sharpens your mind, builds confidence, and rewires your brain to think differently. The power of learning something new daily is not just about the skill itself. It is about training your brain to adapt, solve problems, and create opportunities for yourself. The hardest part is starting with something unfamiliar. The feeling of not knowing can be uncomfortable. Doubts creep in about whether you will ever master the skill. This discomfort is a sign you are on the right path. Growth happens outside your comfort zone. Spending 1 focused hour daily creates a rhythm that your brain gets used to. The more you practice, the easier it becomes. You begin to notice progress, no matter how small. Those small wins add up, motivating you to continue. Consistency in learning is the key that unlocks your potential faster than any quick fix. Learning a new skill also rewires your brain for creativity and problem solving. When your mind engages with new concepts, it forms new connections. This process strengthens your ability to think critically and adapt. The brain thrives on challenge and novelty. When you push yourself to learn daily, you keep your mind active and flexible. This mental agility spills over into other areas of life. You become better at handling change, making decisions, and finding solutions. The habit of learning 1 hour every day creates a mindset of growth and possibility. Another benefit is how learning a new skill improves your self-image. Taking time every day to improve sends a clear message to yourself. You are someone who values growth and effort. This mindset builds confidence because you see proof of your dedication. Confidence grows when you watch yourself improve over days and weeks. It strengthens your belief that you can tackle anything. That belief becomes a foundation for other goals. Your daily learning becomes a badge of honor that reminds you of your commitment to becoming unrecognizable in 21 days. Many people get stuck thinking they do not have time for learning. This is a mindset that must shift. An hour a day is possible for anyone. You can break it down into smaller chunks. 30 minutes in the morning and 30 minutes at night work just as well. Learning is about quality, not quantity. Focused attention for 1 hour daily makes a bigger difference than occasional long sessions. You choose to invest in yourself instead of wasting time on less important activities. Choosing the right skill to learn matters as well. The best skills align with your goals or passions. They should excite you enough to keep going on tough days. Whether it is a language, a trade, or a creative hobby, the key is consistent practice. Starting with simple steps and gradually increasing difficulty keeps the process manageable. Avoid overwhelming yourself by trying to learn everything at once. Focus on one skill and master the basics before moving on. This strategic approach creates momentum and reduces frustration. Learning daily also teaches patience. Mastery takes time and progress is often slow at first. You may feel frustrated when results do not appear immediately. That is normal. Patience becomes your best friend on this journey. The skill you develop is a long-term asset, and daily practice is your investment. Over time, the slow improvement becomes noticeable. You develop discipline to keep going even when motivation dips. This patience helps you build resilience that applies to every area of life. 1 hour of learning each day sharpens your focus and discipline. It requires you to sit down and commit fully to the task. Avoiding distractions and dedicating yourself to practice strengthens your self-control. This improved discipline transfers to work, relationships, and personal habits. The mental toughness you develop by sticking with daily learning becomes a powerful tool. You build habits that support your growth and help you achieve bigger goals beyond these 21 days. Learning something new also creates excitement and curiosity. Each day brings a fresh challenge and new knowledge. This sense of discovery keeps you engaged and eager to continue. Your brain releases positive chemicals when it learns, making you feel good. This natural reward system motivates you to keep learning. When you experience this joy, the process becomes less like a chore and more like an adventure. This excitement fuels your transformation and helps you stay consistent. The habit of daily learning connects you with a community. Whether online or in person, other learners share your journey. This connection provides support, feedback, and encouragement. Being part of a group reduces feelings of isolation and increases accountability. Sharing your progress and challenges makes the process more rewarding. You gain inspiration from others and motivate them in return. This social aspect strengthens your commitment and pushes you to keep improving. Finally, dedicating 1 hour daily to learning a new skill transforms how you see challenges. Instead of avoiding difficulties, you welcome them as opportunities to grow. You stop fearing failure because you know mistakes are part of learning. This mindset shift changes everything. You become a problem solver and a lifelong learner. This mental attitude is what makes you truly unrecognizable after 21 days. The habit of learning daily is not just a task. It is a powerful transformation in how you live your life and face the future. Number 17. Practice mirror affirmations with eye contact daily. There is no harder challenge than looking at yourself in the mirror and speaking powerful truths aloud with confidence. Most people avoid this moment because it exposes their insecurities and self-doubt. The reality is that real change begins when you accept yourself fully and start speaking to your reflection with purpose. Practicing mirror affirmations daily while holding eye contact forces your mind to confront the reality of who you are and who you want to become. This act is not just about words. It is about owning your worth and creating a deep internal belief that you are capable of transformation. When you look into your own eyes, you connect with your deepest self. The discomfort that may arise in this moment is a signal that change is underway. Speaking affirmations aloud rewires the brain to replace negative thoughts with positive ones. Your words become a seed planted in your mind. Repeating these affirmations daily nurtures that seed into a strong belief. The power of eye contact during this practice makes the experience intense and real. It forces honesty. There is no place to hide or pretend when you meet your own gaze and declare your worth. Many people underestimate the effect of voice and tone during affirmations. The sound of your own voice carries emotion and conviction. When you speak clearly and with feeling, your brain records the message as important. The emotional charge behind the words makes them stick. This repetition shapes your mindset over time. You are training your brain to accept positive identity statements as fact. This process helps break down limiting beliefs that have held you back for years. The voice you hear in the mirror becomes your strongest ally in the journey of becoming unrecognizable. Daily mirror affirmations build resilience by strengthening your mental and emotional foundation. Life will always throw challenges your way. When your mind is anchored in positive, truthful affirmations, you stand firm in your values and goals. You develop the ability to face setbacks without losing confidence. This practice prepares you for moments when external doubts arise. You become your own source of encouragement and strength. No matter what happens outside, your reflection reminds you who you really are and what you are capable of achieving. Many avoid this practice because it requires vulnerability. It is easier to ignore the mirror or avoid deep self-talk. Yet this avoidance keeps you stuck in old patterns. Mirror affirmations confront fear and build courage step by step. The daily repetition makes vulnerability a habit. It becomes a source of power rather than weakness. The practice shifts your relationship with yourself from critical to compassionate. You learn to appreciate your efforts and forgive your mistakes. This compassion fuels motivation and perseverance. Choosing the right affirmations is important. They should be clear, positive, and in the present tense. Statements like, "I am strong," "I am worthy," or "I am improving every day" create a foundation for success. Avoid vague or negative phrasing. The words you say need to reflect the reality you want to build. Tailoring affirmations to your personal goals makes them more impactful. The more specific and heartfelt, the stronger the connection you build with your inner self. Consistency is essential. Practicing mirror affirmations once in a while does not create lasting change. Committing to this ritual every day for 21 days rewires your brain at a deep level. The habit becomes a natural part of your morning or evening routine. This steady repetition builds momentum. Your mind begins to expect this moment of self-empowerment. The daily investment pays off in a profound shift in your confidence and mindset. Each day adds another layer of strength to the foundation of your new identity. The mirror also serves as a tool for observing non-verbal cues. Your facial expressions and body language reveal your true feelings. Over time, mirror affirmations help align your internal beliefs with your outward presentation. When your words, expressions, and posture match positive affirmations, you project confidence to the world. This alignment creates authenticity. People sense your inner strength because your energy matches your words. The mirror becomes a training ground for embodying your best self. The practice of eye contact in the mirror strengthens focus and presence. It trains your mind to stay engaged with difficult emotions and thoughts without distraction. This focus builds mental discipline. You learn to be present with yourself even when emotions are uncomfortable. This skill transfers to real-life situations where staying calm and centered is crucial. Mirror affirmations with eye contact prepare you to face the world with clarity and strength. You become grounded in your identity, no matter the external noise. Finally, practicing mirror affirmations daily changes the story you tell yourself. It rewrites the narrative from doubt and fear to one of courage and possibility. The small daily steps add up to a big transformation. The mirror reflects not only your image, but your growing power and determination. This practice is a commitment to yourself that you will not settle for less than your true potential. Over 21 days, this habit creates a new mindset that makes you unrecognizable to your old self. You become someone who believes deeply in your ability to grow and succeed. Number 18. Plan your entire day the night before. There is a reason most people wake up feeling rushed, overwhelmed, and scattered. It is because they do not prepare their day ahead of time. When you start your morning without a clear plan, your mind wastes energy trying to decide what to do first. This lack of direction causes frustration and often leads to wasting precious hours on unimportant tasks. The simple act of planning your entire day the night before is a game changer. It gives you control over how your day will unfold. This habit transforms chaos into calm and confusion into clarity. Planning the night before allows your mind to rest because it knows what to expect. When you write down your tasks and goals before sleep, you reduce mental clutter. Your brain is free to recharge instead of running through a long to-do list while you try to fall asleep. This rest sets the stage for a more productive and focused day. You wake up with a clear picture of what must be done. There is no guessing or second-guessing. You know exactly where to start and what your priorities are. Many people underestimate the power of writing things down. Putting your plan on paper creates commitment. It turns vague ideas into concrete steps. This clarity helps reduce anxiety because you see a manageable path ahead. Your plan becomes a roadmap that guides your decisions throughout the day. Even when distractions arise, you can refer back to your list and stay on track. This consistency builds confidence. You feel capable of handling whatever comes your way because you prepared in advance. Nighttime planning also allows you to organize your time realistically. When you look at your schedule before bed, you can estimate how long each task will take. This prevents overloading your day with too many activities. You learn to respect your time and energy. This practice helps you focus on high-impact tasks instead of scattering your effort on low-value activities. You develop discipline in managing your day, which is essential for lasting success. A well-planned day produces momentum that carries you forward with purpose. Another benefit of planning the night before is setting clear priorities. When you decide ahead what matters most, you avoid distractions. You know what deserves your attention first. This focus keeps you from drifting through the day without accomplishing what really counts. Prioritizing your tasks creates a sense of achievement and progress. Small wins add up and motivate you to keep going. Each completed task fuels your energy and sharpens your focus for the next one. Planning your day in advance also helps you prepare mentally for challenges. You anticipate possible obstacles and think about how to handle them. This foresight reduces stress because you are not caught off guard. You approach problems with a calm and solution-oriented mindset. This mental preparation makes you stronger and more resilient. You become proactive instead of reactive. When difficulties arise, you respond effectively instead of feeling overwhelmed. Many people ignore the power of evening planning because it feels like extra work. The truth is that this small effort saves you hours of wasted time and frustration. It simplifies your day and improves your results. It creates a structure that supports your goals. This habit also builds self-respect because you honor your own time and ambitions. It signals that your success matters enough to prepare carefully. Over time, planning your day the night before becomes second nature. It becomes a foundation for everything you want to achieve. Writing down your plan allows you to track progress more easily. Each day you complete your tasks, you get proof of forward movement. This visible progress is motivating. It keeps you committed to your growth. You learn what works and what needs adjustment. This feedback loop improves your efficiency. You become wiser in choosing how to spend your time. This awareness increases your confidence and satisfaction. Planning the night before also frees up mental energy during the day. Instead of wasting brain power deciding what to do next, you focus fully on the task at hand. This deep focus leads to higher quality work and faster completion. You get more done in less time. This efficiency creates space for rest and enjoyment. You experience less stress and more balance in your life. The act of planning your day ahead also creates a positive mindset. It gives you a sense of control over your life. This control reduces anxiety about the unknown. It increases your belief that you can handle whatever comes your way. This mindset shift is critical for long-term success and happiness. It helps you move from a place of reaction to a place of intention. You become the author of your own story, not a passenger. To make this habit stick, create a simple routine before bed. Set aside a few minutes to review your goals and write down your tasks. Be realistic about what you can accomplish. Include time for breaks and unexpected events. Keep your list clear and concise. Use this plan as a tool, not a burden. The goal is to guide your day, not to create pressure. Over time, this habit will transform how you approach your life. You will feel more organized, calm, and confident. You will waste less time and have more energy for what matters most. Your productivity will improve naturally. You will notice that you end your days feeling satisfied and proud. Planning your day the night before is a powerful strategy to become unrecognizable in 21 days. It changes your relationship with time and yourself. This simple step opens the door to lasting success and fulfillment. Number 19. Work on your most difficult task first every day. Most people start their workday by tackling easy or routine tasks. They convince themselves this is a smart way to warm up. In reality, this habit leads to procrastination on the hardest and most important work. The truth is that delaying your most difficult task drains your energy and focus throughout the day. When you finally face it, you are tired and distracted. This makes the task feel even harder and increases the chance of failure. Starting your day by attacking your toughest challenge changes everything. It sets a tone of accomplishment and discipline that carries you forward with momentum. Your brain has the highest energy and willpower early in the day. This is the best time to handle tasks that require deep thinking, creativity, and problem-solving. When you save these tasks for later, your mental resources are depleted by less important work. This makes the difficult work seem overwhelming and unbearable. You start to avoid it, which causes stress and guilt. Choosing to work on your hardest task first flips this pattern. You use your peak mental strength to get through what matters most. This produces a powerful sense of achievement that motivates you to keep going. Many people underestimate how mental energy works. It is a limited resource that must be managed carefully. If you spend your energy on small tasks first, there is less left for big challenges. This leads to rushed work, mistakes, and frustration. Facing your hardest task early protects your energy for what really counts. You gain confidence when you see progress on your most important work. This confidence creates a positive cycle of productivity. You become more focused, efficient, and effective. Another reason to work on your most difficult task first is that it reduces anxiety. Often, the hardest tasks are the ones we avoid because they cause stress. When you put them off, they loom over you like a dark cloud. This constant worry distracts you and lowers your mood. Starting with the difficult task removes this weight early in the day. You free your mind from worry and create space for calm and clarity. This improved mental state benefits every other task you do afterward. People who use this habit also experience greater control over their time. They stop reacting to distractions and interruptions. Instead, they proactively tackle their most important responsibilities. This control reduces feelings of overwhelm and helplessness. You no longer feel like you are drowning in work. You develop a sense of mastery over your schedule and priorities. This mastery strengthens your self-discipline and resilience. It empowers you to handle future challenges with greater ease. The habit of working on the hardest task first also improves decision-making. When you are fresh, your mind is clearer and more focused. Waiting until later in the day clouds your thinking with fatigue and impatience. Your decisions become rushed and less accurate. This leads to poor results and wasted effort. Tackling your toughest challenge first ensures your best thinking happens when it counts most. Starting with the hardest task also encourages better time management. You learn to break big challenges into smaller, manageable parts. You set clear goals and deadlines for each step. This structure helps you avoid procrastination and stay on track. You develop discipline in managing your workload. This discipline spills over into other areas of your life. You become more organized, efficient, and focused overall. Many people feel intimidated by the idea of starting with their hardest task. It feels uncomfortable and overwhelming at first. This resistance is normal and natural. The key is to push through the discomfort consistently. With practice, the habit becomes easier and more automatic. You begin to enjoy the sense of accomplishment and clarity it brings. This positive reinforcement makes the habit stick. Over time, working on your hardest task first becomes your greatest strength. In addition, this habit increases your overall productivity. When you tackle your biggest challenge early, the rest of the day flows more smoothly. You experience fewer interruptions and distractions. You feel less pressure and stress. Your output improves, and you finish your day feeling proud and fulfilled. You create a foundation for success that builds day after day. Working on your hardest task first also teaches you to value your time. You realize that your most important work deserves your best energy and focus. You stop wasting time on trivial activities. You become intentional about where you invest your effort. It helps you reach your goals sooner and with less frustration. Be honest and clear about what will challenge you most. When you begin your day, commit to focusing only on that task for a set period. Avoid multitasking or checking emails during this time. Give yourself permission to dive deep and work without interruption. Celebrate your progress when you finish. Use this momentum to carry you through the rest of the day. This simple shift in routine can transform your life. It rewires your brain to embrace challenge and growth. It increases your confidence, focus, and discipline. You become someone who gets important work done consistently. This habit creates a strong foundation for long-term success and fulfillment. Starting your day by working on your most difficult task is a powerful step toward becoming unrecognizable in just 21 days. Number 20. Use the Pomodoro technique to boost productivity and focus. Most people struggle with maintaining focus for long periods. Distractions, fatigue, and loss of motivation often interrupt work. This results in unfinished tasks and wasted time. The Pomodoro technique offers a simple and effective solution to this common problem. It breaks work into short, focused intervals followed by brief breaks. This structure helps maintain concentration and prevents burnout. It is designed to keep your mind fresh and engaged throughout the day. When you start working, set a timer for 25 minutes and commit to focusing solely on one task during that time. Avoid checking your phone, email, or social media. The short duration makes it easier to resist distractions because the end is always near. This focused effort builds momentum and pushes you through tasks that might otherwise feel overwhelming. Knowing that a break is coming keeps your brain motivated to stay on track. After the 25 minutes are up, take a 5-minute break. Use this time to stand up, stretch, walk around, or get a drink of water. This break refreshes your body and mind. It prevents fatigue and keeps you energized for the next work session. Many people underestimate how important short breaks are for sustaining productivity. These small pauses reduce mental strain and improve overall work quality. After completing 4 cycles of work and breaks, take a longer break of 15 to 30 minutes. This extended rest period allows you to fully recharge before diving back into demanding work. It prevents exhaustion and helps maintain a high level of performance throughout the day. This balance of intense focus and relaxation is the core of the Pomodoro technique's effectiveness. Using this method also improves your ability to estimate how long tasks take. Many people overestimate or underestimate their workload, leading to poor planning. The Pomodoro technique forces you to track how many intervals you spend on each task. Over time, this data helps you become more accurate in managing your time. Better planning reduces stress and increases your ability to meet deadlines consistently. This technique also combats procrastination. When a task feels intimidating, it is easier to tell yourself you will work on it for just 25 minutes. This small commitment feels manageable and less scary. Often, once you start working, you find it easier to continue even after the timer ends. This breaks the cycle of avoidance and builds momentum for productivity. The Pomodoro technique supports mental clarity. When you focus on one task at a time without interruption, your brain works more efficiently. Multitasking reduces effectiveness and increases errors. By dedicating undivided attention for short bursts, you improve your concentration and output. This also leads to higher satisfaction and less frustration with your work. Many people report feeling less stressed when they use this technique. The clear structure provides a sense of control over their day. Knowing when to work and when to rest creates a predictable rhythm. This reduces anxiety about deadlines and unfinished work. You start to feel more organized and capable, which boosts your confidence. Implementing the Pomodoro technique is simple. You only need a timer and a commitment to focus. You can use a physical timer, a smartphone app, or a website designed for Pomodoro sessions. The key is to follow the intervals strictly and avoid distractions. Consistency is essential to develop the habit and see real results. This method is versatile and can be applied to any type of work. Whether you are writing, studying, coding, or doing household chores, the Pomodoro technique helps you stay on task. It improves your efficiency and helps you break large projects into manageable chunks. This approach reduces overwhelm and makes even difficult work feel doable. Many successful people use time-blocking techniques similar to Pomodoro. They understand that attention is a finite resource. Managing it wisely is the secret to high performance. By using focused bursts of work and regular breaks, you maximize your mental energy. This leads to better results in less time. Incorporating this technique into your daily routine builds discipline. You train your brain to focus intensely and then relax fully. This cycle creates a natural flow that prevents burnout. Over weeks and months, you develop stronger work habits and greater productivity. You become someone who can handle demanding tasks with ease. Using the Pomodoro technique also encourages mindfulness about your work habits. You become aware of when your concentration wanes or when distractions creep in. This awareness lets you adjust and improve your environment or approach. You learn to protect your focus and prioritize what matters most. This mindfulness helps you avoid common productivity pitfalls. Finally, this technique supports work-life balance. By working efficiently during focused intervals, you free up more time for personal life and rest. You avoid working long hours that lead to exhaustion. The clear boundaries between work and breaks help you recharge. This balance is essential for long-term success and happiness. Starting today, try the Pomodoro technique for your next big task. Commit to 25 minutes of focused work followed by a short break. Notice how your concentration improves and how much more you accomplish. Over time, this simple habit will transform your productivity and your mindset. You will gain control over your time and build unstoppable momentum toward your goals.